Hey, kindergarten and first grade leaders, I am super excited about the week that we have ahead of us. But first, I want to say congratulations on a Fam Jam well done. We had about 18 parents come and be a part of our Fam Jam this past week. And it was amazing to see you guys connecting, really taking that idea of partnering with parents to heart and connecting with those parents as they came in and got to experience what worship here in XKidz City really looks like. So congratulations, job well done. I hope that you guys had a great time getting to worship alongside your little ones. I'm so excited to be jumping into week 2, where we're talking more about made and individuality. And for this month, individuality is discovering who you are meant to be. So I'm hoping that you guys are going to be digging into some really great conversations about what it looks like for each individual kid to be an individual, what that individuality looks like, what makes them special in the way that God created them, that's different from everybody else. So I'm really excited for those relationships to build and that trust to form more between your kids and you guys as small group leaders. So as we dive into this week's lesson, and we've got some very cool things. One of the first things that you're gonna do is you are going to play a game called Sheep, Who's Got the Sheep? And it's like button, Who's Got the Button? But instead you are going to have your kids stand in a circle, everyone facing in with their backs behind them with their hands cupped like this. And you are going to have them close their eyes and look down, and or just look down depending on how much you trust your kids. And you're going to walk around the outside and you are going to tap their hand, and once their hand has been tapped, they're going to close it up tight. And then in one of those kids' hands, you're going to put a cotton ball. And then once you've gone around and you've tapped everybody's hands and you have put a cotton ball in one kid's hands, they are going to bring their hands around to the front and they're all going to try and guess who has the cotton ball. If you have some kids who have smaller hands, you can also do, instead of 2 hands, you can do 1 hand like this. I think it's going to be a very fun activity. I think your kids are going to get a big kick out of that. And you can do that as part of your early arriver activity instead of maybe drawing on your paper. If you've got enough kids that you want to go ahead and jump into this activity, I strongly encourage you to do that, but it's also a great activity for later to tie in our story. Your next activity is called the verse search, and you're going to get these guys right here, and you are going to take the little paper clip off of it and you are going to put it into, what I encourage you to do is, it talks about a tub. Instead, I encourage you to grab your bag and fill it with cotton balls and mix in your verse phrases, and let your bag be your tub instead. And you're going to have your tub on one end, and you're going to have your kids stand on one end, and they have to run to one end, grab a verse out of the mess of the cotton balls, and then bring it back. And then as a team, they have to put it back together in the right order. And the verse, of course, is our memory verse. It is right. Yes, our memory verse, which is Psalms 139:14. How you made me is amazing and wonderful. I praise you for that. What you have done is wonderful. I know that very well. It's a very important verse, especially during this stage of development when kids are learning what makes them special. This is just a very cool thing. I'm so glad that we're just hitting this. It makes me really, really excited. One of your last activities that you're going to do is with this Find It sheet. And basically you're going to talk through with your kids all the different ways that we can connect back to God, that we have the ability to do, that we can read our Bible, we can learn more about Him by talking to others who know Him, talking to Him through prayer, and praising Him through singing. And so one of the things that you're going to do is you're going to give them the sheet. If you've got enough time, I encourage you to get your kids to color it first, and then you're going to go through and you're going to have them find a couple of different things that embody those ideas. You're going to look for a Bible. You're going to look for somebody who's singing. You're going to look for somebody who's talking to an adult, and you're going to look for somebody who's praying. One of the things that I really want to encourage you guys about this week is that we are getting ready to go into the season, and I can't stress it enough how excited I am about this idea of individuality that we're going to be launching into and really digging into, that you guys are being really great listeners. I know that you guys have a lot of kids in your groups, but when your kids speak, this is going to be a time when they're going to really want to share with you what it is that's special about them, what it is that makes them special, or they think makes them special. And that's a really great opportunity for you to pour into them. Yeah, that is really cool. How can you use that to serve others? How can you use that to praise God? How can you use that for anything? That these specific traits that these kids are going to be sharing with you, they're going to be sharing because they think it's important to them. And so this is a really great opportunity that we have to listen and to invest in them and to affirm them and remind them that God made them special in this really cool way. Guys, I love you. I'm praying for you, and I cannot wait to see you again on Sunday. So until then, have an amazing week.